page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then, I prostrate, with pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, colored like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who were liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect with bodies as many as all realms, atoms in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heat, curd like cloud, O loathsome Drakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon, Venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Tsongkhapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme te wei te che chan reizig, dream make him pay wong po jump el young, du pung ma lu jom se sang wei dog, gang chen ke pe su gen song kapa, lo san tra pe jab la so wa de. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. And precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the 3 times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of this perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasom gate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Buddhas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the Holy Supreme Abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the 3 places Dakinis. Akasamara. Tayata om gate gate paragate parasom gate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3 jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the form are, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurye soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Peki Jushi Meta Trari Rablingji Nidegem Padi Sange Jitar Sampe Doje Zinma Laza Gechuki Chapa Watu Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Chongde Chomnala Jaju Pardu Dagdi Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonamki Drola Panchir Sangha Drupa Sho. Chongde Chomnala Jaju Pardu Dagdi Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonamki Drola Panchir Sangha Drupa Sho. Chongde Chomnala Jaju Pardu Dagdi Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyen Gepe Sonamki Drola Panchir Sangha Drupa Sho.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. It's cold, very cold outside. Can you walk 10 circumambulations, 10 times without jacket? No? Really? Yeah. Without run, it's not possible. Anyway, it's wonderful. Tonight they're going to get big snow, right?
4 inches, what I heard.
Or just like this?
4 inches.
Like this? Oh, not bad. And,
Snow
huh?
blower.
Good anyway, it's good for, what's that, environment,
Well, the water, irrigation.
yeah, environment is good, For us to learn by heart, it's okay. Anyway, wonderful. I want her to come here to listen the teaching. I want to set up the seminar. I'm taking refuge Buddha, Dharma, Sangha until I achieve enlightenment for benefit of all Mother Samshin beings. I'm listening, teaching, I'm studying. It's also benefit for all Mother Samshin beings. This is our motivation. Always mention motivation is very important. Motivation makes for us to walk, something to do, right? Okay? Then we do learn meditation, okay? This is for, with this text, foundation of good quality. First, they talk about the Guru devotion. The Guru devotion is very important. If you get any realizations or not, depends on your Guru devotion. Sometimes I get mad at my teacher. I get angry at my teacher. Right? It's happens. It's okay. It doesn't broken. When your mind thinks, okay, I'm give up to them, the teacher, he or she, I'm not anymore taking my teacher, he or she, I'm done. Then is really broken, the relationship, teacher and student. Otherwise, sometimes teacher get mad for you, sometimes you get mad. Teacher, it's okay, it's possible, no problem. Then, also you give up the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, it's also, you say, okay, like I'm done, I'm not taking any more refuge, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Your mind says, I'm done. Then you really give up the refuge. Otherwise, when you don't remember every day, usually they say you need to remember 3 times a day. It's not possible that it's okay, you're not broken. Okay? Anyway, visualization, front you, Buddha Geshe Tenley or Lama Tsongkhapa. Pashi Rinpoche come yamen. Rinpoche something. And then Ngorang gets a Lama Imbala, Nambati, and Rinpoche number comes. And then Kubakanda Yoshi comes.
So maybe better just visualize Lama Tsongkhapa. So by nature is one's guru, but in the aspect of Lama Tsongkhapa.
And the Teya Anichi Santi Anichi Tamchugata Sabdo Imparo.
And that is also the embodiment of all the Buddhas. So visualize Lama Tsongkhapa like that.
And Tiga Anita Jiramboshi being on the job to come chapter in Sulayang, the mind by Sanjita Shansha Sambachadon, Shuya was something.
And not only that, but you can also think of Lama Tsongkhapa, surrounded by all the other Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, deities, and so forth. Like that, around oneself, also think that there are all the sentient beings of 6 realms. And so now what we have to think is mainly one should generate the realization of the Guru devotion. So now think about that first verse of the foundation of all good qualities.
And this also not chick Jawatan Sheta, give a garden rest, and the Karichambores.
So one should think about the great kindness of one's Guru for giving us any kind of knowledges or qualities. So even if one single quality or knowledge is gained through the kindness of one's Guru.
And the condition give a shinny tensity and the some better the Mamborton so. And this was a gela tenso loya Chiava, that Java Shinjala Rochis.
And so and so how do you devote to the Guru is through actions and through thought. So make a request to the Guru, Lama Tsongkhapa, that you have visualized in front of you, to bless you, with the realizations of the Guru devotion.
And any Tachimboyamba, Nangachimboyamba, any Suzuya Boja Hakone, any chick, any got the money, any Kale Jamnia, she needed the Topa Jelatiavak, Shinjala Rochisa.
And so by understanding the importance of the Guru and the kindness of the Guru, and then make a strong request to grant you the realization of the Guru devotion.
Today, any time so good, Lama Dango, Yamachive, and G. Ambachelaya, so Tabala, Tene, Jermuchi Tukanea, and a Hoser Karbu, Mahashon, and the Suzugu Tangon Machi, and the Suzugu Chichi, and a that department gave a new was a chick, taken up on Nabachine Chazo, Machi, Suzu Kambe Honma, and the Saukomala, Pandavado, some tangors.
And so by making this strong request to Lama Tsongkhapa, who is one's Guru by nature, imagine that light, white light with the nectar flows down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa, enters into you through your head, and then wash out all the negativities in a form of like a black liquid or smoke, and they all come out of your from your souls, and then completely cleanse all your negativities from your body, speech and mind.
yang sama ni bai ta sho se yang ta na su su so ta bala tene ani yang ho se ka bo shong ti ge su su je la ya ni shin ye la ma ki ba na shin ye la ma ta ba da ani shin ye ka ma se ba da ani kan je san ji chu gen de sum la ya ma ki ba ten ri gi te pa kan ba de yang to ko da su ku na ba che ne ba wol ma lep so sam ko res.
And again, do the second visualization of light and nectar flowing down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa into your body, and purifying or washing away all the negativities, especially created, through transgressing the vows, of the Guru devotion, the commitment, of the Guru, by not listening to the Guru, or by going against the Guru's advice, or by breaking, the Guru devotion vow, and also any kind of negative karma that you have created in relation to the three jewels, by not respecting or by transgressing their advices and so forth. So all these negativities come out of your souls again in the form of black liquid or black smoke.
양조 산도 숨바이 다 다나 신기네 된대기 안에 가보쇼 되게 안에 수수 다 수지 링아도 들어가자가 다 사지 안에 다 숨바데 용말 때네 안에 되게 됐어 안에 가보 넘바 되게 수수jelaya 신이데도 또 받쳐버지라 계속 삼고 그랬어.
Now again do the third visualization of white light and nectar flowing down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa. And this time, since you have purified all those negativities, your mind is very clean, and thereby you receive this very pure realization of the Guru devotion in your mind. And now rejoice. Or feel joy. And so now that with that, you have to transit into the practice of the small scope and medium scope paths.
Okay, in a tatandangani, get a mashabachi chance to tambo, ngone, tandaparia, chance to come to Japshos, Kamakashi.
So I'm not going to guide you again, but whatever I talked earlier, just visualize the whole thing, like the one's guru and the three, the process of the light flowing down and so forth. So all those, just do the whole thing one more time again.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, I want to finish or is there some place? Tende chene any namju chana so tende yana gongo is.
you should meditate like that again and again, again and again. So, the reason why we're not able to generate the realization is because of not meditating. If you meditate, definitely we'll be able to generate realizations. And so now, since you have generated the realization of the Guru devotion, a perfect Guru devotion, then after that, now you have to meditate on the perfect human rebirth. And so through the kindness of one's Guru, through the kindness of the Buddha, the three jewels, and by guiding us, by them guiding us to cultivate virtues and to abandon non-virtuous actions, we've been able to achieve this perfect human rebirth for once.
Okay?
So let's read this verse here. It's in page 121 in the Kurukulla prayer book. So let's read that. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence.
Okay? That's some dash was. Yang tangena is some time. And this was that so she can do it some time. So you tangena she watch.
So now think about the married field or the object of refuge that you have visualized earlier.
단 네가 가르쳐 버렸으나 안에 감수절을 지금 안에 그러고 안에 다 단줄 니까 단줄 들리는 니 깔에 가고 임바 다 300로이라 깨고 그래서.
So with this meditation, what we should generate in our mind, is the thought, understanding that it is very difficult to achieve this perfect human rebirth.
아니 지혜고는 니 깔에 가고 임바 빼고는 니 깔에 가고 임바 아니 정계고는 니 깔에 가고 임바 어떤 소상 당고 그래서.
So in terms of how difficult it is to achieve this perfect human rebirth, in terms of the cause, having to create the cause, in terms of the example, that's given, about how difficult it is to achieve this perfect human rebirth, and in terms of the number, when you compare with other kind of beings. So those kind of so in that three ways, how difficult it is to achieve perfect human rebirth in these three ways.
야 다나신 게 어떤 제들이다 드리는 니 깔로 임바 니 신다 가와 니 가와들 니 안에 된다 침분들 지 어떤 소상 당고 그래.
And also think about how difficult it is to achieve this perfect human rebirth, but once when I've achieved, then how meaningful it is.
그래서 단델라드는 가도 단절은 니 몰는데 글로 야부 시제 공도와.
And so by understanding how difficult it is to achieve, and then one should make good use of it while one have achieved it. So that's why it says, take essence from it.
근데 단절은 니 몰는데 질로 아니 렌데 질로 야부 jel라져 신jal로 쳐서 나 되게 다소소서 답답라 때네야 아니 신이 두칸에 아니 어제 가보죠. 아니 대소술이라 보 아니 소수제제야 아니 지 단절은 님보 땀 가로 땀 렌도서 그나면 단절 된다 침보인 방어 마시벨로서 그나 텐데데 또보다 차상 매바 차송 삼아지.
And again, as you make the request to the Guru, Lama Tsongkhapa, and imagine light emanating from his heart, flowing down, and then entering to you, through your head, and purifying all those negativities that prevents one from contemplating the difficulties to achieve this perfect human rebirth, right? So, So like it says here, please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. So the mind that prevents one from thinking like that, or the mind that doesn't allow one to think about, or ignorant mind that's not thinking about taking the essence of this proper rebirth. It's all been purified.
Okay. 아니 아주 대만 이바이서 단계 나지야. 아니 더 쇼라 때네. 아니 수 단계 담보 빠지 나와서 담보대 10단계 소도지 아니 지 리다 셈 다또 셈지 들어와서 다 송원이 맞지. 니베 갈라서 아니 단절에 님보 달 가고 렘발라 받으지 아니 지금 막 가인바 다 송원서 맞지. 셈베 가서 아니 단절에 님보는 질로 또 빠져빠져 제라 제송원이 가와 공공도.
So actually this is during the second visualization, right? Second time. So first time you think about the nectar and light flowing down and purifying all the negativities of your body, speech and mind. And then second time, imagine light flowing down and purifying all the negativities, especially that prevents one from achieving this realization of the perfect rebirth. And then thirdly, visualize that lights emanating or flowing down from the heart of the Guru Lama Tsongkhapa entering into your body and granting you with the realizations of the perfect rebirth.
Okay, 당근 마인 쭉 대사가 쭉 검쇼스.
So now this is just explanation, right? So you had some idea now. Now do the whole meditation again on this proper rebirth.
Okay. 도저히 양은 공고래서.
Like that, you have to meditate again and again, again and again, again and again, like that.
Okay. 다 니라 안에 다와젠조 저성에 밀리든지 무슨 거래서.
And so also it's identifying the perfect rebirth, with the 8 leisures and the 10 endowments.
Okay. 다와제 가래서.
So what are the 8 leisures?
저와제 가래서.
What are the 10 endowments?
Okay. 그래서 lam-rim 로엠베.
Do
Yes.
you normally read?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
The 10 freedoms, freedom from being born in the hell realms, freedom from being born in the hungry ghost realms, freedom from being born in the animal realms, freedom being born as a long life god, freedom being born in an uncentral land, like a foreign land, like a barbarian land, freedom from being born with incomplete sense faculties, freedom from being born with wrong view, and freedom from being born in a realm where a Buddha has not appeared.
다오게스.
다와제.
다오게스. 왜? 나당에 송송다. 안에 라세랑보.
라테랑 보지.
안에 미라 때네 가서. 미다 가서. 홍보 마사와다.
That's how I memorized it.
Okay. Everyone follow like that? Debra?
Well, it's 8 freedoms.
Yeah, 8 freedoms, right? 다와제.
There's 10 endowments or
10 endowments.
10 wishes.
Yeah. 단다 다와제스. 아니 다와제 조자. 다와제라 아니 몰라템베. 먹고마 다와드나 먹고마 jel레 다와나 다와서와. 아니 밀라템베 먹고마시. 마이발 먹고마시. 바지 고다다 자서 바지.
So anyway, so those are 8 leisures, right? 8 leisures, so 8 freedoms. So freedom from non-freedom. So the non-freedom of so there's 4 with the non-humans and then 4 within the humans.
오케이. 다들 이래라 먹었지. 저도 때 선동하다. 나다 대마지 와도 야보 쪽으로 해서 저도 가서 깨어 맞다. 스치 깨어 먹어도 돼.
And so having that freedom, not being born in such a place or such a realm, or not being born as even if it's born as a human being, but not being born, with the incomplete senses and so forth, and one should think that's very fortunate, that one is born, without all these problems.
Okay? Georgia.
What are the 10 endowments or 10 richnesses?
Okay, no other person, no you. Okay? Who? Maybe Jennifer?
Having,
Five,
met
five.
teachings, having met teacher and teachings, and being born at a time where the Buddha's teachings are available, not being born in a religious country, being not being a barbarian.
Okay, maybe Deborah help. Maybe Bob can help. How's it?
정하다, 진정하다 말해.
Yeah, but I'm Jonga, Jonga. Suzungan the Tangawanga. Chiloni Tunja Tangawanga.
So they are like, if you can divide maybe into like 2, right? 5 personal, and then 5, what do you call that?
Other condition.
Circumstances, right? Yeah. So, so something, the 5 that has to come from your side, the 5 that has to come from the outside or circumstances.
Okay? Okay, now how you can say?
Okay,
Tambo,
Buddha has come, the teachings, the Buddha has come.
가서
So in this round,
Sanjay Shunda.
상계조단
대체 송.
songs.
the Buddha has taught the Buddha has taught
Buddha
the
has
Dharma.
come.
Buddha has taught the Dharma.
Uh-huh.
The teachings have survived. There are followers of the teachings. There are conducive conditions for practicing the Dharma.
So those are the circumstantial.
Yes.
Everyone got it? You remember? Do you heard before that? 5. There 5. He got 5? Sanjay Shunda Tijuja.
So Buddha has come.
Buddha has come. The Buddha has taught the Dharma.
Mhm.
The teachings have survived. There are followers of the teachings,
Uh-huh.
and there are conducive conditions for
Conducive
practicing the Dharma.
Good.
Okay, the Buddha's come and the Buddha's taught are two different ones.
2 different.
Yeah, 2 different. Good. Okay? Okay? Now another one from your one.
The personal
Okay.
circle.
Who's going to do that? You research? No. Anyone say? This is usually you have to memorize. It's good, okay? Then you can remember, okay, I'm not, we are here, it's Buddha's teaching, Buddha taught teaching, still Buddha teaching, Buddha come, Buddha teaching, Sanjay Shuddha teach Tempa. Buddha's teaching also there, and also teaching juk,
Followers.
there. Then Terata Ropaching Heroes.
And then the conducive conditions, like
Okay.
people helping you. So even if if you don't have somebody helping you, like especially the monks and nuns who are studying and practicing all the time, if there's no sponsors or other people helping them, then they will not be able to do practices.
Okay? Di kadula ngazo nduzu hako go urpana. Shitande dina pe lam-rim la pandana pe mizumambo rwa. Ta ngazo chasang lor samto marina. Nduzu nenga chus hako go urwa.
So this is kind of like the outlines, so you have to understand this, Of course, in the lam-rim, the liberation in the palm of hand, or Lama Tsongkhapa's lam-rim, explains in great detail about all these things. Each one of them is explained in very detail. You don't have to know all those details, but at least you have to know the numbers,
Ane shida
the counts.
ji pe go de nyaka wa karol ji go de nyaka wa ngo go to pe mambo erta so ngazo londo maris.
So also it explains about how difficult it is to achieve, in terms of the cause, in terms of the examples, in terms of the number and so forth. So all these things, we can't remember all of them, right, in details.
Okay, what are 5 from you? Okay?
Having been born human, having been born in a central land, having been born human in a central land with one's senses intact, having met with a doctrine,
On both sides.
having faith in the doctrine.
Mani viti ombota lenta malo nelate. Good?
What about being born?
So what was the last 2 you said?
Having met with the teachings, and then having not having faith in the teachings,
Having paid in teachings?
everything.
It's not having really one of the 5 things.
Yes, yeah. So having faith in the teaching, and then also not having committed any of the 5 heinous crimes, the heinous crimes, right?
So what's the
You got it?
Central land, human.
Yeah.
not
Manyet,
having the 5
which is-
crimes, having faith and
having met with the doctrine?
Karsa?
Monye yamba, you the Java, and Ombotawa.
So being born as a human, being born in the central land, and having all the senses, and then having faith. Having faith, it says not like it says in the three Pitakas, like
That's what how I remember.
three Pitakas, three baskets of teachings, right?
Lentamalo,
And
Nera.
not in
Nelas, ne said it. Karsa Tanama, the Nosum Shawara.
Kabu Chuchi, Nathan, Dovate, Ranjan Division. The Denisam that Tawayas.
Yeah,
Okay.
and having faith in that, and then not having committed five heinous crimes.
Okay, got it? Devra, Monye, the human being, central line, all
Senses.
senses, Monye, which is Lentamo.
On both sides.
Monye, which is Ombota, Lentamolo,
Nelates.
Monye by you with the Cheva, Lentamolaba. Money by you with the Cheva, Ombota, Lentamolaba, Nelatavas.
So being born as a human, and being born in the central land, and being born with the complete senses, and being born, having faith in the three Pitakas, and not having committed any of the five heinous crimes.
Good. The one got it? Yes.
So what's the difference between having been born with one's senses intact and the freedom from having them impaired?
Karo.
다도 보인 가서 되가서 다다 다원랑라야 가서 돼 옹보 상와 거스라다. 어쨌든 다원한 게 다와게 난게 옹보 상와 다다다 저 조주는 게 옹보 상와니 가르쳐 봐요.
대리다대 코니 집어도 시다 집어로 와서. 베나라 뭐 상황 그랬어. 다 니나라 아니 소중하네. 더 말했어. 다 베나 다 와서 그 신발 받지지. 다 좋아지고 나서는 다 소중하네 갈 상황이나 아데 온보다 대초라고. 그때도 가러 왔어. 그때도 찍을 때만 있나 그 더블 전으로.
So yeah, I mean it's the same thing. One is like freedom from the incomplete senses. So here is having all the complete senses. So it's the same thing. It's very similar, but when you talk about freedom, then it's like freedom of not having it. Freedom from the incomplete senses, right? So, but here we're talking about endowments, having. So it's having the complete senses. So it's a similar. It's just when you categorize in different ways.
So it's like freedom from being homeless and the advantage of having a home.
Yes, like that. Yeah.
오케이. 다 대하고서 오케이. 당한도 대실로 건져야 돼. 달 때만 가다 랍전 주셔야면서. 근데 다 들으면 아는 간도 밀리지 토바인 바지. 토바이나 아니 톱사나 코 테네치는 여원 로하면 되게로 와서. 대 말했어.
And so anyway, think about all these things, to gain the realization of the perfect human rebirth, where you want, thinks about the difficulties to achieve it, and how easily it can be lost. So it's like once we have achieved it, it doesn't mean that it's going to be there forever, right? So eventually, once we are born, we have to die. And then in the next verse, in this text, talks about the prophet, the death and impermanence. And so there you think about the 3 roots and the 9 reasons, where 3 roots are, the death is definite, and time of death is undefinite, and only Dharma, will be of help at the time of death. And then there are like 3 reasons for each roots.
Okay. So
let's read this verse now. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After that, just like a shadow follows the body, the result of black and white karma follow. So just like before, you meditate again by visualizing the merit field. And just like earlier, you do the flowing of the negative and the nectar and the light 3 times. So during the first time, all the negativities of the body, speech, and mind are purified completely. And
아니 딘제기 아니 지금 다들 그래 봐야도 제가 아니 봐야 그래도 딘제기 니바 찾아 봐다 소원이 맞좀 그랬어.
And then in the next verse, also talking about being conscientious, to purify all the negativities, even the smallest of negativities, and to accumulate even the smallest virtuous action. So to be conscientious all the time. So like that, so during the third repetition or visualization, imagine the light and the nectar flowing down and granting you with the blessings or the realizations of the conscientiousness.
Okay, 다 곰자시다 자상치 곰시 잡셔도.
So now do that meditation again.
다 봐주는 좀 사기래서. 와. 안 된데 갑라 다 내내 대산에 한네 도고들한 거는 진짜 짬로고 버렸죠. 짬로지 검고 그래서. 그러나 아니 수수지라 딱은 가로 시위지들 리다도 먼저 까날래 레카나님 요거면 다 될라 아니 소소라 아니 지금 송고 동안에 다야기 인디 밤에 와서부터 대매와인데 다 소리가 아니 건조도나 감당 그래서 아니 이거를 짬로 찾아서 검고 그랬지.
And so actually at this point also you can meditate on the vision on a refuge part, taking refuge in the three jewels. So like here, after that, just like a shadow follows the body, the result of black and white karma follow. So it all depends on the karma, right? So one has no power or no freedom, to not to be born in the lower realms, and so therefore one should take refuge in the three jewels, to be protected, from being born in the lower realms.
Okay, 아니 뒤고라 아니 지금 산지 잡던 바보 주 아니 잡는 근데 잡도 다도스.
And that's by thinking about the three jewels, like the Buddha being the teacher, the Dharma being the actual refuge, and the Sangha being the helper, to assist you with your practice.
Okay, 아니 지금 잡는 번에서 삼는 약보였는데 막.
And also think about the benefits of taking refuge in the three jewels.
Okay, 야 된데 가는 데가 내가야 또 비슷한 데가 거네. 소소히 니 봐서나 양 펜보시고 이래.
And also at this point you can do the practice of purification by applying the four opponent powers.
또 비슷해 가래.
So what are the four opponent powers?
Refuge, regret, and remedy, and resolution, or resolve.
Okay.
점도 라도 점도 땡기도
땡기
점도.
탑. 땡기 점으로 땡기 탑샤고 그래서.
다
오케이? 되지. 아니 다 가상아도 좋아진데 다 제일 먼저 준서 희위지던 리다 좀 맞아서 까날리는 용어도 용어 말하는 것도 저도 저한테 준서 때문에 아니 랜도 저도 라서 와서.
So last time we had a long discussion, right, about this karma, flowing the karma, black and white karma follows. So did you contemplate on that any further? Did you find any resolutions on that? Solutions on that? Debate that we had? Huh?
On how to prove it, you mean?
Yes.
다된 두스러와 가상아도 접점은 배나 레상의 소리.
So anyway, so who is the creator of karma? Who is the creator of action? Huh?
어? What?
Who is the creator of karma? 소소레스.
이쇼? 오케이. 아니 간소 점나가라. 리그 점나데. 리그 점나데 가원 내주래.
So the shadow of the body comes from where? shadow of the body comes from lunar.
텐데에서 다 리네 영화다 리 트마 리냐도 리메나 트마 간지 리메다 트마 요 말어 왔어. 텐데다 빼틀라자니 아니 리게 트마데 리네 영화 빼테나진기 소소 사샤베가 아니 게 까나가 리네 소소 냠도 용거래 해서로 대고대고는 용도 왔어.
소스님도 용거랬어.
소소 빼나 리게 릴라 때는 슈 트마데 다 리가와나 리테 연도 왔지. 리데면은 때매왔지. 그다 요도만 릴라라래대로. 그러나 그런 셰법보다 리르와. 그런 용사 땐 그런 게 땐데. 대나지기 까나글레 상에도 소소인자 소소이나 레까나도 용거랬어. 소소 메달 레까나도 로고 말했어요. 그래서 용거랬어.
So, applying that example, right? The example of the body and the shadow. The shadow comes from the body, right? So without a body, there will be no shadow. And so wherever the body goes, the shadow will go. So just like that, karma is created by oneself, right? Karma is one created. Without oneself, there will be no karma created. So whatever karma one has created is created by oneself, and without oneself, there will be no karma created for oneself, not for oneself, rather, but no karma created. So since oneself created those karma by oneself, therefore those karmas follow oneself. It's just like the shadow follows the body.
Okay.
Make sense? Maybe you have to
More
think
bit.
a few more times on that.
야, 대장 설명다 들어봐. 배나 점나데 고 용사데 아니 수벌인 거다. 수번면은 고 점나데 메로 그러와.
So the shadow comes from the body, right? Without a body, there will be no shadow.
너도 빼고도 되다 아니 레 사바보도 수소인자 아니 수소냠도 사바보 그러면은 레디 용거 말했어.
And so the creator of the karma is oneself, right? And therefore, without oneself, there will be no karma created.
다 가서 저래나 아니 지금 리보이나 저만 탐좀 저만 내게 못 얻어. 때 따다랬어. 근데 소소이나 소소가 레사면은 아니 레간도 용거 말이.
And so again, we might think that if it's not necessary that body always have a shadow, right? Body doesn't have to have a shadow all the time, right? That's just like that, one doesn't have to be creating karma all the time, so one doesn't have to create a negative or positive karma all the time.
오케이 다뒤 간거 쇼로가 숨도 텔라데네 신이 된서로 찍지 아니 제와마 따바지 아니 녀손을 탄데 걸로 등도 절 깨고 이래 간다.
So with these 3 verses, one should be able to generate the realization of the Guru devotion, the death and impermanence, and a mind wanting to be free from the 3 lower realms.
텔라 제부 중 등다 탐모를 이런 말라 그래지. 제부 중도 탐모를 봐.
So this is the path, common, with the small scopes.
아니 제부 가르나 제부 링이야 되냐면 그 그래. 제부 치모냐면 그 그래. 중도 탐모 와서.
So this is a common path because it has to be practiced by the medium scope practitioner, medium scope path practitioner, and also has to be practiced by the great scope path practitioners.
오케이. 다 뒤에 올라가도 딱 제부 링을 남기면 맞지 않아 그래.
And after that, is training in the path of the medium scope.
오케이. 쇼로가 인도 와대 맞이 넣으셔도 돼.
So let's read these 2 verses right here. So seeking samsaric pleasure is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great cautious rise. The root of the teaching is keeping the Padimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish these essential practices.
다데 쇼베밍 동아 근지 고 다데 고외님 식으로 고외님.
And so it says seeking samsaric pleasure is the door to all suffering. So that's talking about the disadvantage, the shortcomings of the samsara.
아니 예대미로 습이 부존이 있는데 다 고외가 아니 남조 남주 가정 고외 대화를 이때요 말했을 템보요 말했어요.
And so they are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. So the pleasure of the samsara, the samsaric pleasure, is uncertain and cannot be relied upon.
아니 님이네 타베 대화를 했더니 저 보시면 된리가 아니 즉 Nyabada ha kowa chende tawa to nyilo de jela cheba shos.
So, so recognizing these shortcomings, right? So by understanding that, by understanding how the samsaric pleasure are unreliable and so forth, it says, please bless me, to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation.
아니 자와 캔사 자서 자와가 고송을 들어봤어. 뭐만이 다대바는 소수가 셈데 티키지 전 자와메 바이. 아니 조보 뇽모 조본들 내렸더니 요반자 나도 코알라 만타메 봐. 아니 참내 로고 그래 살로 송도와.
So just like His Holiness, the fifth Lama, Kazan Gyatso, said that we've been friends, with these delusions since beginningless lifetime. Since we've been friends with this, so we always been in a company with this friend. Therefore, we keep on circling cycle existence.
다 내가도 남름라 판도와나 다지 빼다 루나 제삽치 빼 뭐뭐데 봐 로여리로.
And so in the lam-rim, it explains about all this section. It's explained in great detail, with the quotations, the verses or quotations, and examples, the explanations, and so forth. Right?
제가 나도 간증 코웨게 아니 지 쇼페 먹어 동안 그냥 고스 코웨게 분수다 가세들 놓으셔와야 나는 단 리소스만 요 말이지.
And the samsaric pleasure is due to all sufferings, right? So it is due to all suffering, and it cannot be relied upon. So the samsaric pleasure cannot be satisfied. One cannot be satisfied with the samsaric pleasure. No matter how much one experiences, one will never be satisfied with that.
아니 대용도 또 너행을 차니까 되는 거라 봐서.
And so that comes usually from being attached, to the five sense objects, right?
봐. 근데 대라 아니 가서 놓으셔와야나 아니 스비 분소라 가서 아니 예때 그리고 땜보여 말다까지 아니 지금 간지 지금 스비 분소 간지 쇼와야나야 지금 간지 다 땜보여 말아.
And so like the being attached, to these five desirous object. So when try to develop pleasure from following those desire objects, one can never be satisfied.
간지가 틀란다 코웨기 아니 지 대화라 아니 땜보여 말했어. 근데 라이트 다 되는 라고서 봐.
So what it's saying is that samsaric pleasure, there's no certainty, to the samsaric pleasure.
아니 코웨기 대화라 롱카데쇼나 다 동아 짱짱마지 요 말했어.
And so no matter how much we experience or enjoy the samsaric pleasure, it only becomes suffering.
근데 간지 코알라 탄도글로 제고다. 저도 되려나 코알라 탄도글로 제고다. 내려내 겐주도 거다.
So by understanding that, and then one should develop this wish, wanting to be free from cycle existence. And that's what we call the renunciation.
또 아니 나도 챈디가 땀 년자 아니 벤졸 아니 지 조조모 그랬나 땜보 되어 말이야 제자도 봐.
And so in this life, all the names and fames and friends, like boyfriends, girlfriends, or husband, wife, the ones, the possessions, and status, and so forth. All these are not reliable, right? There's no certain, It's not that they will be there all the time.
대다 땡아도 미세 지는 이장 나도 통도 르르와래 놓았어.
So we don't have to go through, one by one. We know in general, none of these things are reliable, right?
또 가지 아니 배는 간수 민 도달라 단데도 치는 제와치는 로야에서 말인데도 그들은 그 대화에서 친 동하면 도왔어.
So we don't see anything, right? That we think, oh, this is pleasure all the time. Do we see something here in this life? Like something, and then say, oh yeah, this is pleasure all the time.
와 아니 가서 땀 년다고 배는 땀 년다 톱 거서 간데나 당보야진도 우리 니마치 곧 들서 만도 자그러.
So the name and fame and possessions and status and all these things, right? They're not reliable, right? So sometimes you can have a high fame, a high status, but then next time you just fall all the way to the bottom, right?
와 어떤데 이자 간지 고외게 대화라 아니 땜보요 말해서 고외게 대화라 롱카데 주나 다 책임에서 봐요 말해서.
So it means like if you are famous, it doesn't mean that you'll be famous all the time, right? You are famous at a certain time, and then after some time, then you don't become you don't remain famous, as you grow older or and powerless, and then you don't remain so famous. So status is the same, right? So the positions, all this, nothing is reliable in samsara.
대단 코베 대화라 가세 롱 쇼바든지 아니 착바 양편도 그래서 대제자 텔라든지 둥아 못하면 반용 그래서
So more we experience the samsaric pleasure, and the more attached we will be, and then that way we will create more causes to be born in cycle existence.
근데 밀 가세 요와든지 대담지 착바 마제 고서와
So more we have, more attachment we will have. More we have, more attached we will be. Right? Is that true?
근데 초바 전부 도서다는 뭐게 빵고 홈레도니 kun이라야 딜라 숭음체라나
So a big businessman with the billions of dollars and a homeless person, who will have more attachment to the possessions? Who will have more attachment towards possessions?
레와 근데 레와로 쓰면 그랬어 알아 대고도 고고도
It's in the individual.
Or like and expectations to have this and that. Who will have more?
야 exactly 대가도 용거때 준주에 빼나고 간다 홈레스 꼭 갈라 사야라 지켜나 그 다른 되기로 다 득sol안 되기로 봤어.
So homeless person, if he finds a food to eat or some clothes to wear or a place to hide, maybe we'll think, oh, this is good enough, right?
This is I have a experience. You guys never homeless. Have you guys homeless?
Yeah.
You was homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, I was homeless. Really?
That wasn't fun? Or was fun? Oh, okay.
I thought it was fun.
Geshe said for him it was fun.
I could live without it.
I was homeless. Maybe I already told you guys this many times. In Lhasa, like 2 months, I was really complete homeless. I was come from Tibet to Lhasa. It's like 1 month way to walk.
Eastern Tibet.
It's to Tibet. That time I'm completely homeless. I'm not much of desire. If I go to restaurant, I just looking food, someone eating there. I don't have any desire for, okay, I want that, I want that, I want that. Just any kind, someone give me food. That's enough. I don't have even, or maybe to not like that. Even sleep, I can sleep any place. There's some shadow. I don't have any desire. I want a good place. So this is I was really my own experience. Even the money. This is why I never forgot. One place there's you take the bus. One day there's 36 renminbis, Chinese renminbis. I was there one place. Then usually the Tibetan tradition, they also similar here. They can give the money for beggars. I was, usually I'm just a young boy. People say you have to walk. You don't give money. I feel very bad, But people give like 1 penny. How is that? 10. How is that? 10 pennies.
A dime?
10 cents. How you call it?
A dime?
Then
A quarter?
Quarter,
Yeah.
quarter. Like same here. Like
penny,
in Chinese, that 10 cents.
nickel.
One we call, how you call this? Jiao. Then that 10 become one renminbi, right?
Yuan.
And then I got someone give me 1 cent, a very big dip in my mind. So okay, I got 1, now it's 6. Then I got another one. Okay, now 7. Okay, now I got 3. Then I got 1. How you say? Jiao. Jiao. Then I have 1 jiao. I have 10 cents. I want jiao. Now I'm looking. I'm counting here. I don't have counting. Someone give me 1 rupees. I don't have any desire like that. Someone maybe go 1. I just 1 cent. Now I've already 1 jiao. How is it jiao? Mao or jiao. Then now I have 10 here. I live here. Then I'm looking other. Someone give me 1. Then I just count. Okay, 2, 3. Like 7. Okay, 3. Now I have 2. Now I really have. I need only 8 in order to go one renminbi. I just like that I found 34 renminbi 2 days. Now I need 2 more because tomorrow they're going to the Lhasa, the bus. Now I don't have. I said the bus people going the bus. I'm sad that I say, I need, to remember to go to Lhasa. Still, some people give you 1 penny, 2 pennies. Finally, I got exactly, I think maybe 2 or 3 pennies to left.
Less.
Left.
Less.
Labo.
Oh, no, extra.
A little
Extra.
over,
Extra.
a little over.
Extra.
Now I got the ticket, go to the Lhasa. I'm very happy, I don't have any money to eat food, but I don't have any desire. I don't have any money. Now what to do? The bus go, they stop, people go to restaurant, they eat. No, I'm just going, I'm just follow them. I just look at them, what they're eating, Whoever gives something left over, they're eating that, just keep, I eat. Not,
So there's no expectation to have more, but whatever you can find, just be happy with that.
Right? This is, I have, in the Lhasa also, whatever I get daytime, got breakfast, then I don't have any desire. I walk around I don't think, I need tomorrow breakfast. And not desire. Then the lunch time, I got lunch, that's it. I don't have any desire. To worry to dinner. The dinner time, I just looking for something, someone give dinner. No, they are nothing to desire. No, come here. We have more desires. Okay, I have more jackets. I have this is a Kashmiri sen. I want this. Okay, this is not nice. No nice color. That's right. I want another one. This is getting old. Another one. More desire. Have you guys like that? Therefore, I think you more poor. That person has also not much. Free. Also, during that time, you don't have to need to worry. Okay, he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't do things orderly. Just you're just one person. Now you have become more possession. Then you have more responsibility. Then you have to more control things to do. More worries, right? Therefore, this Dengon was Manzolaya. And it's shopping, Dunga goes. Kasaji, you're not going to us.
So this is really true, right? Where it says here, seeking samsaric pleasure is a door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon.
When we come from Lhasa to Nepal, everyone have just one shoes. The shoes is
Shoes.
the board of the Mada. That coming home see Omari. Kaji Yamanala Terry, Chawanala Terry, Kanala Terrace. Yenayang. Could Jeze Yomada, not the Jeze mess, Chimundu, Semnaching Amra, Semnaching Chillegmado.
So it's not really a proper shoes, like usually, when you're walking long distance, you have like proper hiking boots like that, So it's not like that. It's just like a slipper, So it only covers the toes, It's not really proper shoes. So we just had that, and then we just walk with that, but never had any thought about having a proper big hiking boots like that.
Also, I think that when we are very young, we come to the mountains, it's below zeros. I'm sure below zero is all snow, all ice. We come, on the mountain 3 days. If you sleep on the mountains also. The mountains, the wind blew above the snow, above the rocks. We just sleep above the rock because there's no snow. All snow, wind below. But here all snow. We have no tent, no coat. Just whatever you're wearing like that. Everyone just very tight to each other. Just live there. But we don't feel cold. I don't know how they survive right now, you think. I thought this is really going to be something blessing in His Holiness and something. Otherwise, not survive, right? It's just a mountain, winds like yesterday. The wind blew all the snow this way. You can see, big, like that coming. We sleep that. But we don't have any other desire. Right now, if we go to outside, Kabobel is very cold. Why we are coming inside, We have, the real heat. Still, I have another heat here. Therefore,
You're never satisfied, right?
Right, this is really true, right? We need anything, we need whatever we need.
Excuse me, Geshe, so you bundled together on the mountain, is that what you're saying?
So 지금 파스님도 되죠.
Yeah, we touch each other,
Yeah.
we very close each other.
That's
Yeah.
smart, that makes sense.
Also, we don't take out our shoes. If you take our shoes, leave out there, then become frozen. They just leave there. And then who arrived in Nepal, a lot of people also cut your feet. Because you feet there like 1 month in the
What do you
shoes.
call that?
Oh, they get black.
Frostbite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frostbite.
sometimes they're wet, sometimes they're dry, sometimes they
there's another name for it too, you wear the, again, that's it.
Huh?
Where the blood doesn't go to the,
yeah, they,
and then it gets
toes,
black, and then you have to cut it
they
off.
cut,
Cut
a
off.
lot of people they cut
Imputed.
in Nepal.
Because it's dead, the meat is dead.
Yeah.
But I was a lucky person, I didn't that. I didn't have that. When you are very low-key, we can say low-key, right? Like that, we don't have any desire. When Nepal, I'm talking too many jokes, too many stories. When I was arrived in Nepal, that too long story, I'm just conclusion. The guy, one guy, he put us to a hotel. Then he told me, go to the bathroom. There's small room there. He said, this is the bathroom. He's Tibetan. I go there, the bathroom is in the toilet is not stair one. The how you call it?
Yes, the one on the floor. Just the regular. Then mostly in Nepal and India they have the mostly is on the floor. It's not like a toilet. There's no toilet seat. It's a toilet, but it's on the floor. So
There's
you
a
have
toilet.
to squat,
Or the
very clean. Yeah.
very clean, or the how you call that?
The marbles.
Marbles, also a place to wash your hand. But I didn't know anything there. I thought if I pee there, it's bad. Because they were very clean. I didn't know. I didn't know how you put the water there. I said, if I pee there, it's very bad. One thing, we don't have any education, right? We don't know how to use. The one thing, we are it's very bad. We use that, with this too high. Then I didn't pee there. I just go outside, go to the road. He said, where are you going there? No, where do you go? I come back, he's watching me. Where do you go? I said, I go to bathroom. This is bathroom. I said, this is too clean. I don't know how to use it. Yeah. Anyway, like that, we have nothing. We have nothing to desire. We're very like poor person. Now, right now, we need so many things. Therefore, like this is really true. 당근도 소소고 냠냠도 제대로 것도 this pay temporary.
So it's really true what is said here, right? When you even apply to your own experience.
Okay, like that, Therefore, manzo kasi yona tagad go to was. Ani ko taadmen ridna ko taad ko digde usarwa.
So if we want to have more, we always end up even more. But if we say, oh, that's good enough, then that's good enough also.
근데 당연히 내 전에 저도 내가 맞을 나게 맞아. 송 맞을 나게 말이야.
So it doesn't mean that you should not go to work, should not do business.
간지 식당 고위에 내서 드는데 딱 가서 내가 모두 송 맞았는데 가서 아니 코알 타고 말아봤어.
So just by not working or not doing business, we will not be free from cycle existence either, right?
그다 가래 거드나 다 타와 댕일로 제고 돈이 전부 저거잖아. 예밀이네 타위 대화라 돈이 전부 저거 신gel로 다들 제고 그래서.
And so what do you need, to be free from cycle existence? You need to have the strong wish for the bliss of liberation.
근데 다 타와 댕일로 저라 딱 알아서 대사게 내티 다 야보지만 봐스. 이때물은 코를 이때물은 습비 분석. 근데 되게 예밀 통화 제고 그러와.
And so we have to, in order to develop that strong wish, for the bliss of liberation, we have to, see the shortcomings, of this cycle existence, how this is unreliable and so forth, uncertain and unreliable, right?
다 되게 짜와대 그러나 아랑치바드 베친서 다도 차대요. 그래서 영화대.
And so, of course, the root, of that, all these problems, all this shortcoming, is the self-grasping ignorance.
그래서 다 아랑치바드 베친서 띵 거랑 가서 됐다. 주tet로 그런 가서 답답하니 말이야.
And so we should try to pour water on that self-cherishing or self-grasping ignorance.
Okay? 다한테는 다 당연하지 가도 곰때 잡셔왔어.
And so just like earlier, let's do meditation on this again.
다한테는 라가래 타와 되니 그 로야 부이제 신기라고 그래서.
And so here what you're requesting for is a blessing, for generating a strong wish, for the bliss of liberation.
단대 가는 가도 다외들라 니몰랜드 길로 제 봤어.
And so earlier we meditated on requesting for our blessings and to be able to extract the essence from this property and rebirth, right?
그러와 다한테는 가서 안에 타와던 일로 제고 그래.
So here you're making a request to grant you the realization of being able to wish wish for the liberation.
근데 다 당연하지 안 소질을 삼로지 딱.
And again, like earlier, visualize the merit field.
다나지가 더서 까부 호쇼는 소소가 아니 링아에도 기대 빠잖아 제바 차다 다 소냐 마치.
And then imagine the light emanating from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa and flowing down, entering into you through your head and purifying all the negativities of your body, speech, and mind.
아니 니바디 갑서 따조 타와던 일로 제발 받으시 개강인 바데 아니 메바차 송사 마치.
And secondly, imagine purifying all the negativities, especially that prevents one from achieving liberation.
네 스바디 갈았다 타와던 일로 제라 제역이 진실랍 송사 마치.
And then third, during the third repetition, imagine that one has received the blessings of being able to generate the wish for liberation.
뭐 어때서 삼마치 당쇼와.
Okay, now think like that.
오케이. 남중에서 로츠나 여와서 단주 녀가들라 로메베 단주 녀가들라 로메바 예라고미 쓰는 나셔도 단주 녀가와 임바 안에 텔레 대한 지라와 임바 된데고네 안에 텐드라 나와다 텐드라 가로 텐드라 신비 신바데 도도 그래서.
So, just like it is said in the three principal aspects of the path,
단주 녀가들라 로메바
so this perfect and rebirth, which is extremely difficult to achieve, and and there is no certainty to this life. So by thinking about that, you give up attachment to this life.
안에 렌데 물론 코비드 거나 야야는 심해 나제던.
And then by thinking about the karmic law of cause and effect, and the samsaric sufferings, you give up attachment towards the future lives.
와. 다 인생 근데 타와던 일로 슈나던 게 주제 와라스 텔레다 인생 근데 타와던 일로 야보잖아 안에 게 주제 그래서.
And then when you develop a strong wish to achieve liberation throughout day and night, and at that time then you have you have generated the realization of renunciation.
오케이. 어두치는 곰잡 섬무당 이나 땡들로 제기어서로 돼.
So like that, you think like that, and then meditate. So if you do that, definitely you will be able to gain the realizations.
다 대마저 정가서 다 틀린 사례 틀린 바래 대래 삼다나 당으로 또 받게 도에서 말해.
So instead of saying this is like that, but you say, oh, maybe it's like that, maybe it's like that. If you just put in the ideas just like that, then you will never generate any realizations.
오케이. 근데 나와서 다들 만로 가르체. 근데 다 아니 인생 근데 타와 된 일로 순항이 줄 때도 제발라. 그래도 인생 근데 되게 저도 제도서래.
So when you generate the wish for liberation throughout day and night, and then that's when you have generated renunciation, right? So do you think you have generated renunciation?
It's possible. 저들은 인생 근데 칼라 된 일로 제게 돼.
Do you have a wish to eat throughout day and night? Do you have a wish for food throughout day and night?
And chonzola nyense ganda ni koydo lo chegde.
Do you have wish for sleep throughout day and night?
And chonzo nyense ganda ya lega tondo lo chegde.
Wish for work throughout day and night?
And chonzo kala saya jeswa.
Do you ever forget to eat? Forget to eat?
And ngazo
If you're too busy, don't you forget? Couple of jedus.
ngazo ni koy chegde.
What about sleep? Can you forget to sleep?
Ko tuse leon do was. Tende ida ta ngazo nyense ganda sleep teni lo yosa mare.
So when the time comes, you just fall asleep, right? You can't escape. So, do you think we have a wish for sleep throughout day and night?
ngazo chalaji jesona kalawta. 제바는 나도 다 제바라고 하다 그러다. 그디나 맞아버티 따다는 것도 대 선대요 그처럼 말해. 인사래배. 저도 가르쳐 줘.
맞아봐.
그 거기 따다대 제토에나 그 가지 선한테 전제 말해요 그처럼 말해.
So if you are able to think about doing the things, right? So you say you have to do this, you have to do this, right? So you are able to remember to do that at the time when you have planned to do it, right? You remember at that time. You only remember at that time, or you've been remembering that all the time?
가시 나도 잘 응주지야
You
요사래.
understand?
나도 잘 응주지야 요사래.
So you only remember at that time, or you've been remembering all the time,
So you're meaning that it was
or
late?
you forgot all other time and then you only remember at that time?
Are you talking about sleep still?
No. If you have planned to do something, right? And let's say at 5 o'clock I have to go this place, and then that time you remember to go that place, right? So that means you remember only at that time, or you have that remembering all the time? Or during other time you forgot completely, and then only at that time you remember.
Yeah, because you said you're setting your alarm, you have to do it.
So you've been remembering that all the time, right?
I'd say at one level you've remembered, it's more latent, and then when the time comes in, it comes closer to you're right there. I don't know if that's right.
제
I'm missing it.
So like when you're thinking about food, are you thinking about food only when you're thinking about food, or you've been thinking about the food other times also? Or you're not thinking about the food at all other times?
But you don't have to think about it to not forget it.
대다
맞아 버렸어.
가들은 나도 잘 응주지야 요사래 가지다.
So like that, do you think the renunciation is possible like that?
배잖아 년세 그나 타와 대니로 슈나도 등했지 말했어.
서울마다는 여 말했어.
손도 끼에드는 요사래 배.
서울마다는 이렇게 여 말했어.
손도 땅와이나 끼에도사래 배. 끼에드 사래 배.
예 중에.
간지 나도 년세 뒤도도 칼라드니로 쟁무도.
So you think we will have a wish to be free from suffering? I mean, free from samsara throughout day and night?
Throughout day and night?
Yeah, we will have that.
It depends on how strong the wish is, because wishing something and remembering something are two different things.
Yeah, so the wish, you think you will have the wish to be free from samsara throughout day and night?
If it is definitive, then yes.
좀 그랬어.
다 가르쳐 용사 가르쳐 용 거. 나도 최대한이 잡을 칼라선데로 깨도사래 배.
So will you be able to have a wish to eat throughout day and night?
Only when you get hungry. I don't have a wish to eat when I'm full.
대체 빼나 용어도 돼.
Does it make sense? The example.
And some
that
example.
we're trying
We
to
need some
follow.
example,
I see it as a latency. I don't know if I'm getting what you're saying.
What you think, Mark?
Well, like with food, I mean, it's biochemical, so it's not a thought process. You get this feeling in your stomach. That's not thinking, it's instinct.
Most people don't wait till they're really hungry to
I do.
Okay, this is we need to think, 인생 근데 타와 된지 로제나 인주제 말했어. How you describe like that? How you describe this word?
So like having a wish to be free from samsara, right? Having a wish to be free from samsara throughout day and night. What does that mean?
How you describe
That means like you have to have that thought all the time. I'm like
understand
every
the
second,
benefits.
every minute, every second.
You understand the benefits clearly, and you understand the pitfalls of not having.
It's not that
This enough?
I'm sorry?
This is enough?
I think it's a good place to start, and then that can build on that. That's what I would do. I
단다
don't know if that's an answer. but
단다
that's
정하지는
what I-
연주제 요러스. 단다 정하지는 연주제 요러스.
So yeah, of course, that's to start with, but the actual renunciation is when you have a wish, to be free from samsara throughout day and night, right? So when you have
Oh,
generated
you
renunciation,
just-
that's what it means, right? When you have generated renunciation, that means you have a wish, for liberation throughout day and night, right? So the Geshe-la's question is, what does that mean? Having a
It means you're
wish.
constantly thinking about it. It's all you want.
It-
Uh-huh.
All you want in every single minute of the day.
Means it's like a laser.
그래,
You're just not
다
going.
두제 뿌라 까마레레 치는 까마 추제레레 까마레레 그런 디마트 삼번 단계 말했어.
오케이.
I think what you're getting to is whether it's food or doing homework or whatever, you could fill in the blank. First you have an aspiration and it's in your mind. Then the action follows. If you don't have that aspiration, the action won't follow.
그 abstraction.
다 당부 삼바께 그랬어. 다 당부 너밖에 그랬어. 다 스스로 다 지금 눈바 그랬어. 눈바 잘했더니 다 저를 주고 그랬어. 나 눈바면은 그 저 주고 말했어.
제가 단다 정도 다 yes, Bob.
I was going to say, I think it's like you're not thinking about it all the time. They say it's like a mother thinking about her only child. It's like you don't forget that it's important. When you have an opportunity to do something else, you think, well, no, I don't want to waste my time doing that because I got this more important thing to do for liberation.
네.
It's like a mother may not be thinking about her child at some moments, but she won't forget and, leave the house with the child in bed.
오케이. Yes.
I was thinking it's more like it's an underlying motivation. So you're not, it's like what Bob said. You're not always thinking about it, but it's always there motivating you, guiding your actions towards ultimately that. Like, when I'm at work, my main thing is I want to make money. That's throughout but I'm not thinking about money the whole time. I might be thinking about how pleasant that person was or how much fun I'm having or something. But the main reason why I'm there is to accumulate money. So it's not always on my mind, but it's always the underlying motivation.
Okay. Jennifer, what do you think? Oscar, what do you think?
She's still thinking.
No, this is a military now. We just say very easy, right?
Yeah.
But it's possible something like that?
Yeah. Of course it's possible.
It's possible, but it's so hard in this life, with the
Them?
You could have all the renunciation you want, but the moment that something make you very angry, then you lose it and you get angry. And where's the renunciation? You tell yourself.
I think it's just being a good.
Yeah.
I think it's just being a good observer of your own mind, if that makes any sense. Where you're just constantly checking yourself. Oh, I'm making. I want to go. This is the goal is right over there, and I'm going over here. Just pull it over here, and don't go after that goodie.
간지?
Lost.
Okay.
그런데 레가게 디디스 야보다.
Yeah, this is a good example.
Yeah, that
That's good example.
working, right? Working is just to make money, so your mind is there all the time about making money, right? So therefore, even if you have to go somewhere else, you say, no, I have to work because I have to make money. So your mind always pulls you towards doing the work because you have to make money. So like that, when you talk about the renunciation, so wishing to achieve liberation, so that has to come there all the time. So he says, oh, let me just relax and not do a practice or go enjoy a vacation like that. Oh, no, I cannot do that because I have to achieve liberation. Therefore, there's no use doing all these things. These things have no certainty, and so I must do it. So that you have to have that thought all the time. So that, I think, is a very good example.
남중간도 다 아미질라 보고 나와치는데 법글라데 bedlaga.
Another example like Bob gave, about the mother, having concern about the child all the time, but doesn't mean that, like she doesn't do anything else, only think about child, not like that, so although she's doing other things, but she can still remember the child.
다 덴리게 타와더니 로티와다 띵하나 갈고.
So before you before you generate that kind of realization, that kind of wish, right? Wish for liberation. What other thought you have to prior to that?
중도타다 타와더니 로에 왜? Do you guys have
Do you
that?
have a wish to achieve liberation? Do you have a wish to achieve liberation?
Yes.
First you have to
Yes.
realize suffering, or what would you be liberated from?
Shortcomings of samsara.
Yeah, that's good. We need to the realization, solving of the samsara, no samsara only, right?
So before you have the wish to be free from samsara, you have to understand, the disadvantage, the shortcomings of samsara.
Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
I was thinking about this earlier, and I could save it for another time. It's not really related to this one, but when I talk about the two truths, the conventional and ultimate truth, the conventional truth is how things appear, and the ultimate truth is how they actually are. And that's correct?
잠깐만요.
네, 잠깐만요. 군주담보다 단단담보, 군주담보다 더 소소로 가는 간에서 쉬어도 간에서 남겨봐. 되게 군주담보체. 안에 단단담보다 된 공업원에서 가려 봐도 단단담보체. 데려가서.
수다 대단대마서 딱 밥이 냐자 신고라 되면은 대단대마스. 다 telada ta nguinese nanga margos ta chibanuro pabinya jaisna nguinese
The Kathas Kare Imba Tata.
chibar tati chibaro changla je
Yeah, yeah, you can say that way, yeah.
ngazo namju layate khadana sozo chewola ane naji naata matwa kuzo dembas pabinya jaji naji naata chibai telada lagres.
So yeah, I mean, usually when we talk about conventional truth, it means like a falsity, So, so whatever appears, to the ordinary people, doesn't exist in that way. However the things appear to the ordinary people, it doesn't exist in that way. So that's conventional truth. But it appears like that, right? So it's like the house and all these things, and they appear to us, but it doesn't really exist in a way that appear to us. And so therefore, that's a conventional truth. It's a false. And then the ultimate truth is those who have realized emptiness directly, like the Arya beings, right? The noble Arya beings, who have realized emptiness directly, and it is, the things are just like it appears to them, just like it appears to them. Therefore, it's truth. So therefore, it's called the ultimate truth.
Is the conventional truth different for them as it is for me?
Kunzola now. Kunzogi ta pabenyamsha shi singola kunzo demba de danganzo kunzo demba ni khabara khagar.
pabinya kuzo dema nanga mare. Kuzo dema nanga mare.
So to them, it's like it's the mind, of the Arya being who is in meditative equipoise. So to the mind of the Arya being in meditative equipoise, there is no conventional truth. Nothing. Whatever they see is only ultimate truth.
So in the end, there's really only one truth.
다들 덴바치마 되어 말아서 타마다.
때 갈로다. 때 타니도 계다라다. 당근에 다 덴바 다 타니니 당근에 잘 나다 불러도 다 오늘 덴바치 메서 로라다. 타니도 타니도 고만이 되는 거네.
Yeah, I mean, never thought in that way, but looks like that, right?
Well, if you're in a room with blind people and I'm the only one who can see how things actually are, I wouldn't say their blindness is truth. I would say I'm the one who's seeing things actually as they are.
Yeah.
지난 라야 된 거네 덴바로래 가제 왜 내슬라 슈도 저랑은 맞지 봤다 때 덴바레스 다 덴바지고 말했어.
So yeah, so in reality, that's the only truth.
슈도 저랑은 맞지 봐.
So nothing that exists from its one side. So appearing as exists from its one side is the conventional truth. That's not really true.
That's why I was asking.
Really?
I wondered why it's called a truth.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not true.
I heard an answer to that, actually. In the same way that, when you see your face reflected in a mirror, it's true. It's a truth. It's the reflection of your face, but it's not your face. So it's okay to call it truth in that sense. It's nothing.
야 다니자다 두자 그래. 덴바니서나.
Yeah, nominally you can say that's true. Nominally, conventional, you can say that's true, but,
군조 덴바 코라 나지 맞죠. 코라 한결은 나지 맞죠면서 군조 덴바라 그랬어.
so it appears, but the things do not exist the way they appear. Therefore, it's called conventional truth. So conventional truth means like false.
So like a
Pretend, yeah. False truth.
아니 코에도 나가래 나는 저바이다 덴바라 그랬어.
So, but to the Arya beings, the things appear to them, to not the Arya being, but to the mind, of the Arya being, to the meditative equipoised mind, of the Arya being. The things appear to them, and then things exist just the way it appears to them. So therefore, it's ultimate truth.
그래서 저는 나도 빠진 다 덴바 찌르서 랍초서라고 다니는데. tanya de chi.
Yes,
Someone
and
else.
you can say it's one truth.
Okay? Yes.
Going back to the text, when we were talking about how you never have enough of some sorry pleasures, and you always want more, and you're never content. Is there any benefit? Like, this is a stupid example, but like in my house, I'll keep the temperature kind of low because if you keep turning the thermostat up, you'll always want it warmer and warmer, and I feel like I should just be content with it here, you know, because.
You never feel like it's too hot?
No, I would think it would, but I don't know if I would. But I just know if I turn it up, I'm going to be like, oh, then I'll get used to it, and I'll get cold, and I'll want to turn it hotter and hotter and hotter. And, you know, so say I'm just going to be content with it here, because I know I'll want it hotter and hotter. And there's no benefit to that, though.
No, this is, you have to be careful, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes also like that kind of things, you get sick. Katato chichenate senala ya draining ros. Mimoyate mobiajan bill momulengo, yeah, there's senala.
Yeah, if you turn it up, you know, so much higher, then you get more bills. And then people, because of being afraid of the high bill, they turn it down. You know, so that again is related with the miserliness.
You know, tenda chirangate layate tang subula goyer was.
Yeah,
I keep mine low for that reason.
Right, exactly. I mean, because you know that if you turn it up just a little, then after like a month, you're gonna be like, oh, that doesn't feel warm anymore, and you keep going up. And
Yeah,
you
this is
keep
true.
going
This
up.
But it's really not warm, right?
But, you get used to it.
Exactly. You know, I mean, if the outside weather is like minus 15, you know, then inside, even if you put your static, you know, thermostat at 70, it would not be hot enough,
Right.
depending on how cold it is outside.
Also, sometimes you need to more smart. Otherwise, I want to content. You know, if you don't eat all the every day, like feel food, it's a little bit okay. That's enough. It's also not good for your body. You cannot content like that things. I think the weather maybe like temperature maybe is still you're wearing the jackets, so many things. You know, I'm still cool. I'm just content. There's a sort of kangetano.
You understand, right? So like, you know, if you say, oh, okay, I'm wearing one jacket,
Yeah.
but depending on the outside weather, that's not enough. You know, you need a two jacket. But if your mind says, oh, one is enough, so I should be content with one, you know.
Yeah.
If you say like that, then you're torturing yourself.
Yeah.
So if it requires to wear two outside, you should wear two.
Yeah.
You know, don't be content with one, you know,
Yeah.
and then suffer.
But
You know.
then you say, oh, I can really use 3. You know, it's like, you have a heavy jacket, and then
Yeah.
it's only, let's say it's only November or October, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to start wearing that jacket because then, you know, it's too heavy.
No, maybe this is maybe not good content here.
Well, but that's why I asked, because like, there's no point in any of that. Like,
Yeah, there's no point in controlling that.
Yeah,
you know,
this is
to
don't
be
control that
content.
things. More control things, you know, there's always me, but you know, I want to be cold, but we need to check also conditions. You know, eat food like that, you know, how you call that, temperature, that thing we need. We need our body, you know, without attachment, we need. So go with it.
So yeah, I mean, you can eat the food, you know, by considering it as a medicine, you know, without being attached to it. You can eat as much as you want.
You can say, okay.
Without being attached to it, you can eat as much as you want.
You can say, I need a more high level to heat because I want to my body be healthy. My body is healthy, I can do more things. You can do the motivation like that. You can warm your house be very warm, very comfortable. Then you know the motivation is different. Your house is more warm, you're more comfortable. Otherwise, you say, I want to continue. You very cold, you know. Then maybe you worry. No, I'm not just saying you that. We worry maybe, maybe broken the pipe, you know, stages. Therefore, we need to be skillful.
Shivering, you're no good to anybody.
Huh?
no, I don't keep it that low. It's psychological.
Yeah, this I'm trying to
It's
tell you.
about the same as you, Bob. You know, you were telling me that you keep yours at low, but yeah. It is.
So just, you can keep the heat low, but then you can put on more jackets inside the house, right?
Put a wear jacket in that.
Yeah, this is, you know, sometimes we need to content also we need to be careful. Sometimes, you know, it makes also things to worst. Someone say, I want to experience the sufferings because my suffering be, but 레조로 서면 소소 동안이야 전에 그거잖아.
So some people they say, okay, maybe I should just suffer so that way I can just use up my karma to suffer. You understand?
Yeah. I don't wanna try
That would be stupid to do, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass that.
근데 영어를 들으면 가지 들어 영어를 쓰대. Yes.
Jordan Rinpoche, when he was here, he said that if you're suffering and it's not a virtue, like the only way that suffering, like putting yourself through hardship, can become good is if you're doing it for a virtuous reason. So not if you're
Yeah.
just making yourself suffer for no reason, there's no virtue behind it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Okay.
then self-mortification, yeah.
Molji,
Julia,
do you
Julia?
have something?
I have a different question.
Okay, go ahead.
On page 121 is that understanding that the precious freedom of this river is found only once. So is it literally means like only one chance this life? I thought it's going to be into the samsara.
마마 단딩아도 다와준 저어체서 밀리테 아니 제다 차나 수저 따와였나 테마 찐 매우서로 요래서.
Yeah, so this talking about the difficulties, to achieve that. It's so difficult, and takes very, very long time. Once you miss it, then maybe like it's like never going to get it again. So the perfect human rebirth, the human rebirth with all the conducive conditions like the 8 leisures and the 10 endowments, to have that kind of rebirth is so difficult that it feels like it's only going to be once. So, but it doesn't mean like it doesn't literally mean like it's like an expression saying that very, very long time, after a very, very long time, or very difficult to achieve that.
배차에 나타난다 마키 룸메 도가리 요래. 시다 미래에서나 다와진 저어체도 밑에 자요 말해. Your roommate, your upstairs roommate. Maybe she doesn't have.
Yeah, Mark's roommate upstairs. She's a human being, but she doesn't have the perfect human rebirth.
근데 나중에 시 분명히 자기 말로.
From the Buddhist perspective,
Yeah.
from the Buddhist point of view.
어떻게 되어서
So
그래서
the people might not accept that, but from the
Yeah.
point of Buddhist point of view, she doesn't have the perfect human rebirth because she doesn't have all these endowments and the leisures, to practice dharma.
그래서 다 테마 찡 요 말하려고 말했어. 다 제다 또 접갈에 가면서 다 테마 찡 매워서 나오랬어.
So because it's so difficult and it takes so long, it almost it's like just finding once. If you miss it this time, then it will be very, very difficult to achieve it again.
그래서 나 대제와라 조조대 아니 이제도 봐주고 조지 뭐나 좀하면서 약가로.
So it's almost like impossible.
Doesn't
After
matter
that,
with you.
once you achieve it and then you didn't make a good use of it, you didn't create any good cause to be born again, then it will be like impossible to achieve again. Pedishana, very pedishana mo kode길 바제.
그래요. 그래서
바로 왜 미glong하네.
다들 저 제가 람-rim 치료 들어봐. Maybe we talk that. 배열에서 잠수고라야 리베밍 맹해져서 콜로 작게 빌라 쳐가 테마 찡 거여서. 그 배셔다잖아. 로작.
야신 보고.
야시대 보고. 다 테마 찡 거. 근데 쳐가 강하야 아니 이구 지용이 시지 다 가지고 다 삼점 라바 치파기 죽여래. 근데 대큰 곳이나 테마 찡 돼. 그 테마 찡을 강 보고 말해. 최대 가리는 고라 대사 찡을 대고 말해. 강야시 대사 찡보다 저다 저 파셔시다.
So maybe I don't know if you have the example. If you think about the example, in terms of when you talk about difficulties to achieve perfect human rebirth in terms of example, then they give the example of a blind turtle, who lives down in the deep, in the bottom of the sea, and once in 100 years, it comes to the surface of the ocean, and then on the surface of the ocean there is a yoke, like a ring, a golden yoke. A ring, that's floating on the surface of the water, and then the water is floating all the time, moving all the time, and then this yoke is moving all the time, and then the turtle is blind, and once 100 years it comes up, and how much chance there is for it to insert its head into the ring? It's almost impossible, right? The one thing is once in 100 years.
But it is possible.
And
right?
then it's a plus. It's the turtle is blind. And this water is like moving all the time, and then the yoke ring is moving all the time, and for you to insert its head into the ring is like almost impossible, but it's possible. Somehow it may be able to, just get in there, but it's like impossible, right? So that's how difficult it is to achieve perfect human rebirth. And therefore it's like, almost like once. Now you have it, if you don't make good use of it, if you don't extract the essence from it, then to achieve it again is like almost impossible. It's like a blind turtle trying to insert his head and the golden yoke, on the surface of ocean.
Are we all like human with perfect rebirth?
Yes, we are. We are right now, yeah.
So you think about those 8 leisures, right? 10 endowments. So you have all those, and then like the personal endowments, you have to have a faith in the teachings of the teachings of the Buddha, or the 3 Pitakas, and not having committed any of the 5 heinous crimes. So if you have all those, then your human rebirth is a perfect human rebirth.
Go back to your home, you can check, okay? He said you have car. More motor, more double chakra was. Motor, they did you tanda Tawaja and Jowacha Sosolate, Dena, and it, that proving each other.
So like, just like, you check about those, 8 leisures and 10 endowments, and think about that. And then, do you have that, all those? If you have that, then your human rebirth is a perfect human rebirth.
Okay, I think you have that, yes.
But so many people can have money and freedom and live in Tibet and never go to a Buddhist temple. They could be, maybe in Muslim or...
Yeah, they have a lot of Tibetan Muslims here.
What I did that,
Lentalo, Nambi Shijajina, Lentalo.
the perfect human rebirth. So
Nambi
that will not be perfect human rebirth. From the Buddhist point of view,
Yeah.
the perfect human rebirth is the 10 endowments and the 8 leisures, right? So if you have all those 18 attributes, then you are perfect human rebirth.
So 9 out of 10 ain't good enough.
So if you don't have any of them, then you don't have perfect human rebirth. So other people, they have all these things, maybe they don't have faith in the Buddha's teaching, or they have lots of money and they have very good life, but they have done something bad, any of the heinous crimes committed, then that's not a perfect human rebirth.
Okay, this is good. Think about that things, okay? Okay, now we have time to go, we don't have questions, okay? Then any Nimir in the Karo, Sibi Puzo said, tell us something, Sibi Puzo said, Karimba, the Shumangus and shows, Sibi Puzo said. Yitemero, Sibi Puzo teeth. Sibi Puzo said, Kanajir Lagur.
So when you talk about the samsaric pleasure, what is samsaric pleasure? Right? For the next time.
Okay.
Think about that. What is samsaric pleasure? What is samsaric pleasure?
Okay. Perek Shawada, Pere.
So each of you bring one example of samsaric pleasure.
Okay. Okay. Can you make short?
Yes.
Short. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ground perfume anointed, flowers strewn, Meru, 4 lands, sun and moon adorned. Seen as Buddha field and offered, thus may all sentient beings enjoy pure lands. May my venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine actions spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Lopsang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. For my 2 collections vast of space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives Manjushri. May I find the best, the complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings, with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the 10-fold Mahayana virtuous practices, May they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig Zig remain in life till samsara's ends. Okay, now do page 49, the short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majnu's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And page 50, prayers of dedication on page 57. Through this virtue, may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And we'll finish on page 75. Mix them up. Imet se wei te chen chen rei zig,